Hey everyone! I've created a new channel to explore even more amazing stories, which will also serve as a backup channel. I love to have you all in joining me on this new adventure. Channel link is in the description. Now back to the recap. This is the part 2 of the Maid and her favorite King of Darkness. You can find the first part in the pinned comment and description. When they were about to start kissing, suddenly, Maids knocked on the door and apologized for interrupting. We are unsure what to do as we are unable to proceed with the preparations. The king replied, I guess there is no other choice. Should we go somewhere else? Anna spoke, Lord, please let me go. The king stated, Stop flailing around. Mary, you come too. From here forward, I order you to stay by my side as Anna's assistant. Mary replied, As you wish. After some time, Anna thought, Here I am again today. I should be in the same position as Mary, and yet she is over there. Then she said, Excuse me, Lord, we are going to be welcoming your prospective fiancé soon. This right here is a little. The king told her, It's actually quite convenient. We will be able to make her recognize at first sight that there is no room for an outsider. Anna said, Mary, please help. Mary replied, As long as you two are getting on well, that's what is most important. Anna thought, The Prime Minister's gaze is burning my soul. The Prime Minister really seems like he has something he wants to say. The king stated, If you try to tear Anna away from me, then I will not meet your daughter. Anna thought, It's not like I can intervene when he says it like that. The next moment, the Prime Minister's daughter arrived, but Anna thought, Wait, what is Miss Elena doing here? And why? Cornelia introduced herself and said, I have come today to begin my education in order to become queen. The king stated, Lift your head. Cornelia thought, What is this? The king asked, What is that woman doing here? Elena spoke, It's been a while, your majesty. Anna thought, That night was the first time I came face to face with Miss Elena. I never would have guessed that we could meet again under these circumstances. The king stated, I don't recall giving you permission to speak. Cornelia said, Forgive me, she is a very important companion to me, with whom I am able to talk. I brought her here to support me while I get used to daily life in the royal palace. Anna thought, In The Sacred Virgin and the King of Darkness, the Prime Minister's daughter had the role of the evil daughter, who was a rival to the saintess, but just as I thought, the story in this world is different from the original work. Elena spoke, I am happy to be able to see the maid, Miss Anna, again today. Anna thought, After what happened, does she have something up her sleeve again? The king stated, As long as you don't stray away, you can spend your time doing as you please. However, if any harm is done to my very important object, there will be no mercy given. Elena replied, Of course, I would never do anything to harm something so precious to you, your majesty. Anna thought, There is so much tension. Well, the situation at hand right now is just too strange. The Prime Minister spoke, As for the next step, first, in order to deepen the relationship between you two. The king stated, That won't be necessary. I have already stated my wishes. I am returning to my governmental affairs. After that, the king asked, What is it? Anna replied, I thought you were going to return to your governmental affairs. The king responded, Right, but after I rest a bit, forgive me, I had no idea that other women would show up as well. Anna said, There is no need to apologize, then thought, It's true, Miss Elena is unpredictable, which is quite frightening, but the fact that she is the saintess remains the same. That day, although the saintess was present, the magic used to break the curse had failed. Also, because I am not the saintess, I am unable to completely break the curse of darkness. Although this world is completely different from the original story, how can I save you? The king told her, Don't worry about them. As for you, all you have to do is keep your eyes on me. Do you understand? Anna replied, Yes. Then thought, I am happy that I can be by the Lord's side, but it can't be like this forever. For me to stay here, happy like this, while the Lord continues on without being saved. At that moment, Mary came in. Anna spoke, It's not what it looks like. I mean, well, the king stated, Good work today. I will call you if I need you again. Mary replied, "Yes, Your Majesty." Anna thought, "I can't believe she saw me like that. How am I going to face her the next time we meet?" The king said, "I really need to thank Mary. If it means I get to see you react this way, I might have to let her see us like this again." In the next scene, some time has passed, and since then, Cornelia has not come out of her waiting chambers even once. Then one day, the king asked, "What are you doing here?" Elena replied, "I have a message to deliver from the Prime Minister. It seems that Miss Cornelia would like to meet with Your Majesty." The king said, "If she wishes for an audience, she can go through Raymond." Elena said, "It's not that kind of request. In other words, she wants you to spend time with her in her waiting chambers." The king stated, "Don't come any closer." Elena replied, "Forgive me." "Well then, now that I have relayed the message, she will be waiting." After that, the king asked, "Are you all right?" Anna replied, "I am fine." The king said, "Raymond will keep everything contained here, and Mary, don't let that woman anywhere near Anna." Mary replied, "Understood." Anna thought, Lord and Mary are really hitting it off. Then she thought, I can't help but wonder, what exactly is the relationship between the Prime Minister and Miss Elena? The Saintess was originally supposed to be an obstacle to the Prime Minister, and yet they are cooperating with each other. I also don't know much about Miss Cornelia. In the original story, she treated the Saintess like a nuisance in order to get closer to the Lord, but in this world, she has cooped herself up inside her waiting chambers and avoids coming out at all costs. What is the best move for me to make? The best move that will benefit the Lord. After some time, Anna thought, I have become quite accustomed to this situation. The next moment, Elena spoke, Your Majesty, I know you are in there. The king stated, Mary, find a way to get rid of her. Let's go. Anna asked, Where are we going? The king replied, Somewhere we can be alone, just the two of us. After that, Anna thought, a stroll with my favorite character. This kind of tranquility is refreshing. Everything is always so hectic. It is almost like we are on a date or something. The king asked, You seem like you are in a good mood. Anna replied, Forgive me. The king asked, Why are you apologizing? You don't want much, do you? Please find a way to broaden your desires. Anna replied, Just being able to stay by your side is quite enough for me. Then thought, anything more and I would drop dead. The king stated, I don't particularly dislike spending time with you like this either. That one time we went horseback riding together, that was a lot of fun. Anna thought, that time, things ended up getting really intense, but she said, I had fun too. The king asked, Shall we go again? Anna replied, Of course, I can make omelets and octopus sausages again. The king said, I am looking forward to it. Then a few days later, Anna thought, What am I doing here? She remembered, this is so awkward. Just before ending up here, Miss Cornelia's maid came and said that Miss Cornelia had expressed a desire to meet with Miss Anna. Mary spoke, Anna is His Majesty's personal maid. Something like that would have to go through His Majesty first. Anna thought, Cornelia wants to meet with me. Then she said, Actually, I was thinking that I would also like to speak with her. Please, Mary, I have something that I want to discuss with her. Then she thought, if all goes well, maybe I can find out Miss Cornelia's motive, and it might even lead me to clues about the Prime Minister's plans. After some time, Anna thought, this is the first time that I have come face to face with her since she first came to the castle. Cornelia said, Today, I have asked for some privacy so that Anna can speak her mind freely. Anna thought, come to think of it, Miss Cornelia is the only person here. Miss Elena is nowhere to be found. Cornelia spoke, I would like for you to exit the room as well. Mary replied, In accordance with His Majesty's orders, I am afraid I can't do such a thing. Anna said, Even with Mary around, I have nothing to hide. Cornelia stated, I am going to ask you straightforwardly, are you and the Lord in a relationship? Anna replied, Not in the slightest. The curse of darkness seems to subside when the Lord touches me, which is why I serve by His side. That's it. Cornelia spoke, I can tell that's how you truly see things. Moreover, albeit a noble, you are a viscount's daughter and now a maid. At the very least, It is good to see that you recognize yourself as not suitable for His Majesty. But it does not appear that His Majesty sees things in the same light. If I had known that someone like you was already around, I never would have come here in the first place." Anna asked, "Exactly what do you mean by that?" Cornelia asked. "What is it all of a sudden?" Mary replied, "Something stinks. You too. Please stand back." Mary opened the door, and there was a fire outside. On the other hand, the king stated, "What did you say?" Anna was called upon by the Prime Minister's daughter to her waiting chambers. "Why did you not let me know immediately? What is happening?" In the next scene, Anna thought, "It is spreading too fast. We can't escape through the hallway. If we can't go through the hallway, then," she shouted, "Fire, someone, please." Cornelia said, "It's pointless. There is no one here in the waiting chambers, because I sent everyone away so we could have privacy." Anna thought, "Even if that's the case, this place is completely deserted. What in the world is going on?" She asked, "Are you all right? Let's exit from the balcony for now." Back on the king's side, the Prime Minister asked, "Your Majesty, what are you doing here? You should not be anywhere near the waiting chambers." The king stated, "I heard that Anna was called here. Did you instigate this?" The Prime Minister replied, "What? How could you? Not a chance. My daughter just said that she wanted to be with your Majesty, so I had it arranged that no one could come close to her waiting chambers. I never called for her." The king stated, "Quiet. If something happens to Anna, consider yourself as good as dead." Now at the balcony, Anna said, "There is a balcony below us too. If we can find a makeshift rope, then we can climb down somehow. Let's use the curtain as a rope." After that, Mary asked, "What are you doing?" Anna replied, "Cloth is more durable when you soak it in water." She thought, "I'm glad I remembered that from the science class I took in the previous world." Anna said, "Miss Cornelia, now then." Cornelia replied, "No way. There is no way I can climb down on that." Anna thought, "She is panicking. She definitely can't climb down in that state." She said, "Mary, you go first. You can catch Miss Cornelia at the bottom." After that, Cornelia said, "I don't want to die in a place like this. I knew it. This castle is cursed, just like His Majesty." Anna told her, "The curse has nothing to do with this. We will be all right. If you could just get down to the floor beneath us, it would be a big help." Cornelia replied, "I can't. I just can't." Anna told her, "I will be here to support you from above. And Mary will catch you down there. I may look this way, but I am actually quite strong. And Mary has the strength of a gorilla. Rest assured, she will catch you." Cornelia stated, "All right, if you are here to support me." After that, Cornelia reached the second floor. Anna thought, "Thank goodness, we made it in time. Now it's my turn. Here I go." Suddenly, a huge blast of fire came out of the balcony. Now Anna was falling. She thought, "Is this how I am going to die?" The next moment, the king jumped from the window and said, "Please, hold on tight." He grabbed a branch of the tree. Then asked, "Are you all right?" He also felt pain in his shoulder. Anna said, "Don't worry about me. What about you, Lord?" The king replied, "As long as you are all right, that's all that matters." The knights arrived, and the king told them, "Focus on rescuing and extinguishing the upper floor. Make sure that no one is inside." The Prime Minister came and asked, "Your Majesty, are you all right? Call a doctor immediately." The king replied, "I am fine. I just hurt my shoulder a little bit." Anna spoke, "I won't stand for it. We must tend to it as soon as possible." The king stated, "If you are that concerned, then you do it." Anna replied, "Please don't push yourself too hard. If there is anything that I can do, then it will be done. Please let me assist you however I can." The king said, "All right, I will leave it to you." Mary spoke, "Thank goodness you two are safe now." Anna replied, "I am glad that you are okay." Mary said, "Please forgive me for not being able to fulfill my duty to protect Anna." The king replied, "No, you did well to inform me. If it was not for your resourcefulness, things would have likely turned out a lot differently. Cornelia, without omitting a single detail, confess everything now." Cornelia said, "I don't know anything. the king stated. Arrest this woman right away. Anna spoke. Please wait. Lord, Lady Cornelia has done nothing wrong. I came here of my own will. As far as the fire goes, Lady Cornelia is a victim as well. The king asked, Are you covering for that woman? Anna replied, No, I am just telling you the truth of what happened. The king spoke, All right, but still, tell me everything that occurred. Elena thought, It did not work. I must find another way to bring her down. After that, it was determined that Lady Cornelia was also a victim of the fire incident. According to the knights who extinguished the fire, it was confirmed that it was set in front of Lady Cornelia's door. As the fiancée in waiting, she was targeted. The maids are whispering that perhaps this incident is also due to the curse of darkness, Mary thought. False rumors have been spreading around the royal castle, and therefore the atmosphere has been quite dark as of late. In the next scene, the Prime Minister said, The servant interrogations are still underway. However, they were all ordered to exit the waiting chambers before the incident occurred, and there are no witnesses. As of now, we have no solid leads. Cornelia spoke, Excuse me, Your Majesty, may I please make a remark? The king asked, What is it? Cornelia stated, I am afraid, within the current unpredictable situation at hand, that I can't help but feel fearful. The king asked, What exactly are you trying to say? Cornelia replied, What I mean is, I feel uneasy because my life could be threatened again at any moment by staying here. I don't want to die. The king asked, In other words, you want to leave the castle? Cornelia replied, That's correct. Anyway, it seems that Your Majesty already has the partner that he desires. As for me. The Prime Minister shouted, What are you talking about? The king stated, Quiet, Raymond, the Prime Minister said, But Your Majesty, my daughter is in the middle of her training to become queen. The king stated, Did I not just tell you to keep quiet? I will call off your training right now. You may return home. However, this matter is not to be disclosed to anyone. If an investigation becomes necessary, I expect you to do your best to comply. Cornelia replied, As you wish, Your Majesty. Well then, as my liaison, I will have Elena stay here in my absence. Well then, if you will excuse me, best wishes to you. After some time, Cornelia spoke, I am so grateful to you for saving my life. Anna replied, I just did what I could as a maid. Cornelia told her, You really humble yourself, don't you? Well, since you saved my life, I will give you a fair warning. Be careful of the saintess. Anna thought, Could it be that this incident was also because of Miss Elena? After some time, Anna asked, Does it hurt? The king replied, Not at all, but for the time being, it does not seem like I will be able to go horse training. I was thinking that I wanted to go riding with you again. Anna said, Forgive me, it's all my fault. The king told her, I thought I told you, as long as you are all right, that's all that matters to me. However, don't go and do anything reckless. Just thinking about something happening to you makes the curse of darkness feel like it's going to explode out of me. That time when you said that you would do anything, you did say that, didn't you? Then help me with this, and if I continue like this, I don't think I will be able to control myself. Anna thought, It's embarrassing, but if there is something that I am able to do for Lord, it's only to help ease Lord's curse. After that, she asked, Now, is it still painful? The king replied, Just a bit more, this is not going to cut it. Anna thought, Inside of his clothes, the king continued, You're just going to touch me like that? Anna asked, What else am I supposed to do? The king said, But I always do it to you. You can just do the same thing to me. Anna thought, The same thing that he does to me. No, that was too much. The king asked, What is wrong? You will do anything for me, isn't that right? Anna said, Please, forgive me, and then they started kissing. The king stated, You did well. However, it is still not enough, and the kiss continued. After that, the king said, I feel much better now. Thanks to you. Anna thought, Was that last part really necessary? In the next scene, Anna thought, It's been a few days since I have been staying with Lord day and night. Until his injury heals, I have been lending my support, because the kidnapping and arson incidents are both still unresolved. I have been forbidden to leave his side. Mary came and said, "These are the documents for Lord." Anna thought, "And as for the things that I can't do, I have Mary here to help me out." Mary told her, "Also, it seems that it might take a while to fix that hair accessory of yours." Anna thought, "When I tumbled down from the third story, the hair accessory that Lord gifted me broke off a piece. I was able to send it off to get repaired through one of Mary's connections. He has that look that says he wants to buy me something better, but it is so special to me. I had been wearing it constantly, so I feel out of place without it." Mary said, "Your Majesty, I have something I would like to report to you. It's in relation to Elena. There are strange rumors that the woman should still be detained from the arson incident. She has not left the room in which she was placed under house arrest. Among the servants, they think the curse has driven the saintess mad. Some of them said they heard a strange voice talking. One of them saw a ghost. Those kinds of rumors are beginning to float around, and some people are taking them very seriously." The king stated, "We will take care of things over here. If something else happens, report to me immediately." Anna thought, "I have no memory of reading about this in the original story. It could be considered nothing more than a groundless rumor. Is Miss Elena still plotting something?" In the next scene, Anna thought, "It is that time of day again. Since he hurt his shoulder, he is unable to raise his arm. I know it's tough for him, but helping him in the bath, it is so embarrassing that I can't help but be riddled with nerves." Then she asked, "Is this pressure to your liking?" The king replied, "Yes, it feels wonderful." Anna thought, "I am giving my favorite character a bath. Don't turn your head around like that. This is not fair. He is such a destructive force. I am even more nervous than I usually am." Anna said, "I am going to rinse you off now," then thought, "But the fact that he is letting me take care of him like this makes me so happy. The person who fought for this country, his back, he may not appear on the battlefield now, but still, he is suffering from the curse of darkness." The king asked, "Are you curious? If you want to touch me, go ahead. You can do whatever you please because it's you. I will allow it." Anna thought, being able to touch Lord like this, being able to see his body in this vulnerable state, right now, only me. No, whatever you do, please don't turn around right now. My feelings, they are overflowing. I just can't help but fall in love with Lord, day by day. It just keeps growing more and more. This burning love I feel still hasn't found a place to put it." The king asked, "Are you tired? How about I wash you now as a way to say thank you?" Anna replied, "That's out of the question." After that, Anna thought, "There is no way I would let my favorite character do something like that." She said, "You should not be drinking alcohol." The king asked, "Are you worried about me?" Anna thought, "He is so close. Is it going to be like this every day until his injury heals? My heart can't take much more." In the next scene, Mary said, "I have a report for you, Your Majesty. There appear to be some difficulties regarding the arson incident. Beginning with Elena, all of the other servants who were accompanying Lady Cornelia are currently being restrained. The previous kidnapping incident involving Anna was also reviewed again. But the knight who was suspected of guiding the criminal committed suicide. The investigation has been virtually discontinued." The king stated, "I knew that Raymond was unreliable. It was the right decision to have Baron Toyner do an investigation." Anna asked, "Baron Toyner, Mary's father?" Then she thought, "Come to think of it, I feel like I heard something about him being a civilian." The king told her, "He is reliable when it comes to work, and he has the trust and respect of those around him." Mary said, "It's a real honor to hear that." The king told her, "From now on, tell him to continue his investigation in private." After some time, Mary said, "We have many people working here at the royal castle. My older brother is one of the security knights." Anna said, "That makes sense. That's why you knew what was going on in the royal castle from the beginning." Mary replied, "I guess you are right, but I did not truly know what was going on. His Majesty is the one who sealed the agreement and brought peace to the country. He received strong support from the country's citizens. But the royals kept their distance from him. This supported the late king, who favored war. And then there is the fact that everyone fears the curse of darkness. Within the royal palace, the prime minister is the one who controls the royals who supported the late king, because His Majesty had no one by his side. He is currently in a situation where he has no choice but to forgive the prime minister for his selfishness. Before, I was also afraid of His Majesty. Now I understand, though, Anna thought. If everyone thought like Mary did, then Lord would have a lot more allies. Then she said, "Right, I've got it." Next scene, Anna said, "The curse of darkness bears no harm to others, and although His Majesty comes off as harsh, the truth is he is a very kind person." In other words, the maids replied, "Actually, never mind, it's nothing. We are going to return to our work now." The king said, "Everything that is urgent has been taken care of. Anyway, Mary is busy assisting with the investigation, so she is unavailable at the moment. I can't leave you by yourself." Anna thought, "I understand that he is just worried about me and everything, but with Lord by my side, I can't even have a proper conversation." I thought that if they all knew about Lord's positive traits, then maybe they would be willing to accept him just like Mary did. This is counterproductive. The horrible rumors that spread during the incident seem to be having a lasting effect. Even now, there was already a misconception in the first place that, due to the curse, bad things occur if one gets too close to the King of Darkness. First things first, I have to be able to have a proper conversation with someone. Anna stated, "Lord, I can't be with you. Please grant me some alone time." The king asked, "Are you saying that you have grown to hate being by my side?" Anna replied, "No, that's not it. Just temporarily. I am only saying that I would like a little time to myself. It is not that I want to be away from you. As long as I stay by your side, like I have done up until now, I am unable to help you. I have an idea. Please trust me. Will you just leave it to me?" The king replied, "I guess I have no choice. I will allow it, but there are some conditions. I can't have you wandering around being reckless. Also, there is one more thing. 3 days from now, you will spend the entire night with me." Anna thought, the entire night, that means, then the king kissed her and said, "I will do my best to keep my composure, for now that is." After some time, Anna thought, when Lord stated his conditions, I had no idea that it entailed having protective knights follow my every move. I can't relax at all. But it's really just another way for Lord to show that he cares for me. I should be thankful. Anna asked, "May I speak with you for a minute?" One of the maids said, "I just saw you and His Majesty. You two were kissing." Anna asked, "You saw that?" The other maid said, "Wow, you are so lucky. I have seen His Majesty pick Miss Anna up like a princess. It's great, isn't it?" Anna thought, it seems that they are afraid of the curse of darkness, yet they look favorably upon the fact that Lord and I get along. Does this mean that me being with him mitigates their fears? It makes sense for him to be feared though, being called the King of Darkness and all. But the truth is he is sincere and kind, and aggressive. Come to think of it, the other maids were quite curious about us before as well. One of the maids spoke. Romance between a maid and the king. It's like something out of a book, Anna thought. A book, in the same world. Instead of a book, a side character maid like myself is being talked about, as if I am the heroine of the story. The maids asked, "Excuse me, when it's just His Majesty and you two together, how do you pass the time?" Anna replied, "No, nothing happens whatsoever." The maids said, "Just a little bit. Please tell us something charming about His Majesty that only you would know." Anna thought, now is my chance. I can talk up Lord by discussing his attributes and eliminate the prejudice that exists due to the curse of darkness. Anna spoke, "When it's just us two, Lord is not any different than he usually is. He is bold and a little forceful at times, but he is kind. I can be more relaxed around him when no one is watching. I feel like I can be bold." Then she thought, I wonder if that was enough to convince them of his true colors. The maid said, "He is different than I had expected. But you know, to our relief, you two continue to stay by each other's side. We are all rooting for you too." Then the maid spoke, "We are hearing some strange rumors lately. There was a mysterious voice coming from Miss Alina's room. However, when the lookout peeked inside, there was no one else with her. Also, There is another rumor. A white shadowy figure was seen outside of her window in the middle of the night. Anna thought, I am not sure how much truth there is to these stories, but if Miss Elena is planning something again, I must stop her. Miss Elena has memories from the previous world, I am sure of it. Also, she failed to break the curse but still held the power of the Saintess. If I can exchange information with someone else from the previous world, someone who has memories from there, then maybe I can discover a new path to help Lord. It would be good for him. It would be nice if I were able to talk with Miss Elena, but that might be a bit difficult. If it's just the two of us together, I don't know what might happen. Anyway, as long as I have protective knights following me, I can't even ask her the questions I want. The fact that I have memories from the past world, I've never opened up about that to anyone. Would Lord and Mary believe me? But this world exists only in a book, and they are characters. There is no way I can convince them of such an absurd thing. What will I do? Suddenly, Luis shouted, Anna, get down. The next moment, he attacked the mysterious figure. Anna thought, what is going on, and where am I? Luis said. It disappeared. Then asked, are you all right? Anna replied, yes, I am all right. Luis spoke, it is dangerous here. For now, let's return to His Majesty. Anna asked, excuse me, what exactly happened just now? Luis said, I lost sight of your whereabouts, so I went searching for you. There was a suspicious figure in a black robe following behind you. It appears no one is here now, though. Anna thought, no matter how lost I was in my own thoughts, how could I lose my way and stray to a place like this so suddenly? Luis stated, you made a promise with His Majesty, didn't you, to have protective knights accompany you? Please don't go off on your own. Anna replied, forgive me, I apologize. In the next scene, the king asked, you do everything you can to worry me, don't you? Anna replied, my deepest apologies. The king continued, in such a short period of time, for Anna to be able to sneak away from that many protective knights, I have a big problem on my hands. If my knights are losing sight of the target they are meant to protect. Anna replied, actually, it's my fault. I was lost in my own little world and wandered off. That knight over there found me and saved me, the king said. Luis Tonier, Anna thought, so he is Mary's older brother, come to think of it, they do look alike. The king continued, as a guard, I am thankful that you found Anna so quickly for me. Luis replied, I simply fulfilled my duty as a knight. However, if you will let me, may I make a suggestion? With the current security measures in place, another incident like this one is sure to happen again. To dispel any grief you may have, Your Majesty, would you let me take on the role of her personal knight? The king asked, did you say Anna's personal knight? Anna thought, how did things end up like this? Luis said, it's true that with the current security system, we have plenty of guards on duty, but it's because of that the guards keep their distance and get easily distracted. Therefore, Anna is not being closely protected like she should be. I feel partially to blame for this, and I believe this is the reason behind the blunder that occurred when she went missing. Unless we focus our attention on making improvements, I am afraid Your Majesty will continue to feel uneasy. The king asked, so you are saying that a personal knight is the solution? Luis replied, I am saying that if she has a personal knight who follows her every move, it would be easier to ensure her safety, and it may help ease your concerns, Your Majesty. The king asked, and you are the one who wants to take this on? Luis replied, if there is someone else you prefer for such a task, I will take my leave. However, if there is not, then I ask you to please let me take on this responsibility. The king asked again, why are you being so persistent? Luis replied, Your Majesty, who keeps peace and order in this country, I simply want to do my best to help. Just like my father and my little sister, please, will you assign me a role so that I may be of use to you? The king stated, so you are saying you want to protect Anna for my sake. You keep insisting that this is all for my benefit. I guess that's fine. Then, Luis Tonier, your assignment is to become Anna's personal knight. Luis replied, it would be an honor, Your Majesty. The king spoke, as a personal knight. Don't forget considerable responsibility follows. Luis replied. I will carry out my duties, even if it means risking my life. Anna thought, he respects Lord with every fiber of his being, and just like Sir Luis, in order to get more people to care for Lord like he does. The king asked, you don't mind, do you? Anna replied, not at all. He was the one who discovered me when I had wandered off by myself, and he is Mary's older brother, so there is no issue, and thought, too close. The king stated, is that so? Just because I am assigning a personal knight to you, that gives you no excuse to be reckless. If you could, don't get into any nonsense that might worry me. Then he kissed her on the cheek. Anna told him, Sir Luis is right over there. The king replied, I am letting him know exactly who you belong to. Don't forget about what is happening in 2 days. That includes today as well. So be sure to prepare yourself. Anna thought, what should I do? After that, Mary said, I can't believe it. My own older brother is going to be your personal knight. I guess he's fairly competent. Luis asked, why did you say it like that? Mary replied, your praise for His Majesty is a little too fervent. I'm just a bit worried, Luis said. Honoring His Majesty is the principle on which I base my beliefs as a knight. Mary said, anything can be toxic if carried out in excess. Anna said, let's just calm down. Mary told her, you need to keep an eye out yourself, Anna, the mysterious figure my brother said he saw. I'm a little worried about that too, Luis asked, would you have any idea about that? Mary said, there's a rumor surrounding Elena, she should be the only one in her room. But still, a strange white shadow was spotted outside her window. Anna thought, in this world, just like the curse, there are things that cannot be logically explained, Luis said, a woman like that. If only the Prime Minister weren't around, I would drive her straight out of here. Mary told him, you're going to attract unnecessary scrutiny with such a loud voice, Luis replied. So what, for His Majesty, there is absolutely nothing I wouldn't do. Anna thought, wow. Then she said, I also talked with the other maids yesterday. The feedback I got was so positive. I'm thinking maybe I can go and talk with more people, not just the maids. Mary said, if people are so interested in the relationship between you and His Majesty, maybe it might be more effective if you were to be lovey-dovey in front of others. Both of them said, no way. Luis stated, how dare you even suggest putting His Majesty in such a troublesome predicament? He is putting all his effort into protecting this country. Anyway, the only reason this maid is permitted to stay by His Majesty's side is because she just happens to be able to ease the curse of darkness. Mary replied, wait a second. Anna said, I agree with him. My only objective is to dispel the prejudice and misguided opinions about Lord, and to get more people to care and support him. Plus, I am just a maid. I would have no business stepping out of my line like that. Mary asked, what you just said, are you serious? I understand your greatest concern is for the well-being of His Majesty. Sometimes, when we focus on others too much, it has the potential to cloud our judgment. The reason His Majesty has kept you by his side as a maid is not just to protect you from harm. And it's not only because you helped to ease the curse. In the short amount of time I've worked alongside you too, the truth has been crystal clear to me. Next scene, Mary said, the mysterious rumors regarding Elena continue to spread. There is a high possibility that someone is purposely going around spreading these rumors. The king said, it's likely a subordinate of Raymond. Anna thought about the Prime Minister and Miss Elena. Maybe now is my chance, she said. I'm not sure if it has any relation to this particular matter, but there is something I'm a bit concerned about. The king asked, what is it? Anna replied, just before I became the personal maid to Your Majesty, the Prime Minister said something to me. He said, I thought all I had to do was eliminate the Saintess. The king said, I thought there might have been a connection between the two even long before that. While their purposes are still unknown, I believe that in some way, the two of them might be using one another. Anna stated, it would likely be difficult to get any information out of the Prime Minister. How about we try inquiring with Miss Elena? Her magical powers provide important clues on breaking the curse of darkness. She and I both share the same kind of powers. If I speak to her, I might be able to figure something out. The king stated, "Don't try to meet her without telling me about it. I don't need you worrying me." Anna replied, "Yes, Your Majesty, I promise." She then thought, "No matter what, I must avoid any situation that might put Lord in danger." Anna said, "Mary, you really are like a detective. I really wish there was something, anything, I could do to help our Lord." Mary replied, "In that case, in front of the other servants, why don't you carry out your mission of showing them you and His Majesty being lovey-dovey together?" The king asked, "I want to hear the details of this mission." Next scene, the king said, "Don't mind me. Continue on with your business as usual. I just want to take a look at the place where you spend most of your day. Give me a tour." Anna said, "Everyone is looking this way." The king whispered, "That's why we came here, isn't it? What kind of food do you usually eat here?" Anna told him the details and said, "Pancakes with honey." The king stated, "Very good, I will wait in line." Louise said, "It's not necessary for you to do that, Your Majesty." The king replied, "Isn't this what everyone does here? I want to share the same experience together with you." Then he said, "Here, this is part of the mission too, isn't it?" "Don't be shy," Anna thought, "this is all part of the mission." The king told her, "By simply getting to see this genuine side of you, I would consider this mission a success." Anna thought, "Lord seems happy." Then she asked, "Lord, in this moment, are you happy?" "Forgive me, I did not mean to ask such a strange question," Anna said. The king asked, "Tell me, do I look happy?" Anna thought, "He is truly happy, just because I am by his side." Suddenly, Anna felt like someone was there. When she looked back, she thought, "What was that feeling I had just now?" The king asked, "What is wrong?" Anna replied, "It's nothing. It was probably just my imagination." The next day, the maids asked, "Yesterday, we were in the dining hall too. I can't believe His Majesty was actually there and spoke to mere servants like us." Anna said, "Well, Lord is just that kind of person." The maids replied, "Yes, after seeing His Majesty yesterday, we feel like he is truly a kind person. That smile. It's obvious that his focus is solely on you. The fact that you were able to have such a peaceful time together, maybe that means the curse of darkness has faded away." Anna stated, "No, the curse of darkness has yet to vanish completely. The curse brings suffering to His Majesty even now. However, that does not change the fact that His Majesty is wonderful. Even if it's just a little, in order to relieve him from the pain of the curse, I want to support Lord in any way I possibly can. I am asking all of you as well. Would you please do your best to help me?" After some time, Luis asked, "Why did you reject what the maids were saying to you? The curse's symptoms are currently dormant for the most part. Don't you think it would be better to let them believe that the curse has completely faded away?" Anna replied, "I disagree. Sometimes the best thing you can do is tell a lie, but in this situation, I don't feel that's the case. If everyone discovers that I lied, then their trust in Lord will be lost." Luis said, "I see. This time, my way of thinking was short-sighted. Forgive me," Anna said. "I'm just happy that you are able to understand." Next scene, the king said, "Do you remember the promise we made? It's time for you to keep me company." Anna thought, "It's been a while since the two of us have spent time alone together like this. My heart feels like it's beating out of my chest. He seems so happy, being with me like this, so content." The king said, "It seems you have finally taken notice," Anna asked. "Ever since I can remember, you have told me to realize, to notice something. Is this what you were talking about? Is it truly all right for me to feel this way?" The king stated, "You don't have to be conceited, just own your feelings." Then they began kissing. The king told her, "My one and only wish is for you to be by my side, and it's not merely because I want you to release me from the curse of darkness. Even after I am released, forever and ever, even if I am never able to break free from the curse, still then." Anna asked, "Is that truly how you feel?" The king replied, "Do you doubt me?" Anna responded, "No, not at all." The king spoke, "I have waited for so long, for you. It seems that you finally recognize your feelings toward me. You never seemed ready to face the truth about your feelings before, which is why I hadn't spoken to you directly about them. Anna thought, I don't understand. How is it that Lord understands everything? The king continued, I have no intention of letting you go, but I also have no intention of forcing you to feel a certain way about me. Are you prepared to spend eternity with me? Anna replied, but I am just a maid, and my position in society. My father is a viscount, the king said. Your social status, where you come from. None of that matters. Do you think I haven't been working behind the scenes on everything? Anna said, to be honest, this is not something that had even crossed my mind. Therefore, I can't just frivolously say that I am prepared for such a thing. However, if I am able to be by your side forever, it would bring me great joy. The king stated, in that case, all that's left is for you to make up your mind. Anna replied, that has absolutely nothing to do with this. The king said, that's not entirely true. The reason I want to touch you isn't only because you helped to calm the curse of darkness. I will do whatever it takes to make you understand that. Anna responded, I understand. Okay, now please just. The king interrupted, it's not enough, we have the whole night together. I will be sure to make you realize, so much so that you will never be unsure again. I promise I won't do anything you don't like, but I can't wait too long. Make up your mind. On the other hand, someone said, the moon is almost full. You've been waiting impatiently. Haven't you? Elena replied, you too. Wait just a little longer, Lord. This time, I will straighten this story out exactly the way it's meant to be. The next morning, Anna woke up and thought, that's right, we spent last night together, he's still sleeping. His eyelashes are so long. He wasn't waking up, so she thought, in that case, maybe just a little bit. He's so beautiful, just a little bit more. Yes, I actually didn't. The king suddenly asked, what? That's it, Anna asked, wait, were you awake? The king replied, if you're going to attack me in my sleep, do it like this. Anna thought, what an unreliable request to make. Recalling how they woke up to a beautiful morning together, she felt embarrassed and said, well then, actually, I have work preparations to tend to. I must return to my room for now. The king told her, the sun hasn't even fully risen yet, this beautiful morning. Just a little longer, let me enjoy it together with you, being with you like this. I almost forgot there's a full moon tonight. Anna thought, full moon? This is the day when the magical power increases, and the curse of darkness grows even stronger. The king said, don't fret. Thanks to you, I don't feel even a fraction of the pain I've endured up until now. But you understand that's not the only reason. Anna replied, yes, I completely understand. I'm just happy that I was able to be of service to you. The king said, I see. My wound is almost healed now, thanks to you. When I make a full recovery, let's go on a ride to a faraway place, Anna replied, of course. Later that night, Anna asked, perhaps the full moon is affecting the curse of darkness. The king replied, no, I just want to spend the night together again tonight. Anna said, well, it's flattering for you to say such a thing, but I don't think my heart can handle 2 nights in a row. Louise thought, time for me to turn around. My heart feels a little off as well. The king said, I see. Well, I wouldn't want your heart to stop suddenly. I don't mind if you want to call it a day right here. Anna replied, no, at least let me fulfill my duties as your personal maid. In the next moment, when she opened the door, a big hand suddenly came out and grabbed her. The king also grabbed her, and Louise was trying to help them too. Elena said, welcome. Thank you for coming, Your Majesty, the King of Darkness. Suddenly, Anna thought, what in the world is happening? This kind of character is not supposed to exist in the story of the Sacred Virgin and the King of Darkness. The king said, let go of her. Elena replied, no. The next moment, the king thought, what is this? Suddenly, he felt pain. Anna thought, this is because of the curse of darkness. The king stated, don't you dare lay a hand on Anna. Elena said, Lord, you can't look away. That woman. All you do is care about her, finally, with this. Anna thought, there's no blood. What exactly is that dagger? The king was in so much pain. Elena said, now it's time we start the story over, just as it should be. The story of the Sacred Virgin and the King of Darkness. The time has come for the obstacle to make her exit. The next moment, Anna thought, the quarters that Lady Cornelia used. Why am I in here? Is this all magic as well? For now, I must hurry and return to him. Suddenly, Mary appeared. Anna said, thank goodness. Actually, Mary told her, keep quiet, someone is going to come soon. We need to hide. Anna replied, Lord is in trouble. We must hurry back. Mary said, listen, right now you are Lord. Suddenly, the Prime Minister said, she's here. Catch her. Anna thought, what is happening? Mary asked, do you think you will get away with this? The Prime Minister replied, of course I do, that woman right there. She's suspected of causing harm to His Majesty. Anna replied, it wasn't me. Is Lord all right? Miss Elena took a dagger and stabbed Lord, and he was, Mary thought. That's different from the story I had heard. It's also quite strange. That news of Anna being in the waiting quarters spread to me so quickly. The Prime Minister stated, I won't be fooled by such nonsense. Anna replied, I'm telling the truth. I must hurry back to Lord. Mary told her, let's not do anything too hasty. Anna said, I have to hurry, he's suffering so much. Elena appeared and said, the one who caused suffering to Lord is none other than you. Anna said, let go of me. Mary replied, calm down. His demeanor is strange. The king asked, who are you? Mary said, come in here. The knights were beating the door, trying to open it. Mary told Anna, listen to me, as it is right now, I am not able to properly protect you. We have to run. Now, stand up, His Majesty. All he has ever wanted was for you to be safe. The oath I made to protect you still stands firm even now. There must be some kind of reason for all of this. Anna thought, what am I thinking? Of course, I must trust Lord. Mary said, this time, you go first. Anna was falling down, when suddenly Louise caught her and told her, hold on tight. Anna replied, wait, Mary is still there. After that, Louise said, I am sorry. Anna replied, don't apologize. Louise continued, everything happened, and despite being a knight, I was unable to protect either you or His Majesty. It was my fault, and I take full responsibility. But this time, I will protect you. Anna asked, could you please tell me what happened? Then Louise told her the whole story, concluding, in the end, I was only able to escape through the window. Forgive me for such a jumbled explanation. I understand the gist of the situation. The hooded figure, I've seen him in Elena's room before, and there is a high possibility that the suspicious magic they used caused His Majesty to lose his memory. Judging by the Prime Minister's unnaturally quick response, he's the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. In a situation like this, there is only one person I can count on. Anna asked, one person, by the way, where exactly are we headed? After some time, Anna thought, what an exquisite mansion. A person asked, what brings you here so late at night? Louise replied, it's an emergency. I heard that she is here. The person said, please enter. I will call the master right away. Cornelia spoke, I can't believe it, popping in uninvited at such a late hour. Anna thought, lady, that means this is the Prime Minister's mansion. Cornelia stated, I occasionally use this mansion for my own private purposes. You can relax, none of my father's men are here. It's cold out, let's talk inside. Anna asked, lady, why are you? Cornelia replied, I owe you a favor. Also, when someone hands me something like this, of course, I can't say no. Anna thought, the royal family coat of arms. Louise said, His Majesty had it prepared beforehand, just in case it was ever needed. He handed it over to my sister, and then I kept it in my custody. Anna thought, Lord, even with his memory gone, he is still protecting me. This time, it's my turn to protect Lord. Then she said, lady, please give me a hand. On the other hand, the Prime Minister said, "At the moment, we are currently on the lookout for the whereabouts of the escaped woman who brought harm to His Majesty." The king stated, "Capture her and bring her to me." Elena introduced herself, saying, "I am the Saintess Elena Lawrence, the one and only person who can break the curse of darkness." The king stated, "Is that so? What is it that you want to say?" Elena replied, "It's just that I have worked so hard. Everything I have done up until now is for you. I was even assaulted by that maid. It was terrifying." The king spoke, "Don't touch me." Elena thought, "What the hell?" In the original story, the Saintess stands by the King of Darkness's side. Why is this not working out as it is supposed to? The king asked, "You said her name is Anna. Who exactly is she?" The Prime Minister replied, "She is nothing more than a maid who tried to put your Majesty in danger. Apparently, she has also gained the favor of many within the royal castle. Discussing the details of that woman with your Majesty, I am afraid, would be an awful experience for you to bear. No matter what you may hear, please pay absolutely no mind to it." The king thought, "My previous encounter with that maid should have been my first time ever coming face to face with her. However, something is not right." Next scene. Anna thought, "I could barely sleep." Luis asked, "Have you awakened? It seems like breakfast is ready." Anna spoke, "Excuse me. Sorry to have kept you waiting." Luis asked, "It's all right, these clothes." Anna replied, "Lady Cornelia let me borrow them. I am used to wearing a maid's uniform. I feel so out of place." Luis told her, "You don't look well. The color in your face is off. Why were you not able to sleep?" Anna replied, "There is no use dwelling on it. It's important that I stay strong. I know it was late, but last night, thank you so much for helping me. The only reason I am here right now is because of Mary and you." After some time, Cornelia asked, "So what is your plan?" Anna replied, "As I stated yesterday, I want to help Lord. In order to do that, may I ask for your assistance, lady?" Cornelia stated, "Before you save me, and the letter that I received from His Majesty, there is a commandment laid out to protect you. However, just like I said before, I do not want to die. To be honest, I can't understand why you would want to jump headfirst into danger." Anna replied, "As for the harm it causes to His Majesty, I do believe that it is a dreadful curse." Cornelia said, "Actually, there is more to it than that. During the previous war, darkness was cast not only upon His Majesty but upon the entire royal family. The previous king and queen were cursed and passed away soon after. Therefore, as it stands now, His Majesty is the only descendant of the royal family. We can't afford for the royal bloodline to be completely eradicated. If anyone becomes a member of the royal family, I can't help but be suspicious that they too will become plagued with the curse of darkness. In other words, the safety of the next queen and her children is not guaranteed. That's why His Majesty, instead of making you his, has kept you by his side as a maid, in order to keep you far away from the curse of darkness. Personally, I don't care who it is that His Majesty ends up with, whether it's you or that saintess, as long as it is not me. But as a noble of high position, I do want a better future for this country. That is why, if you say that you have a chance at success, then, as a noble, I believe it's my responsibility to help you out. So, what is your answer?" Anna replied, "My feelings are exactly the same as when I explained them to you last night. In order to save Lord, please lend me your assistance." After some time, Elena asked, "Why is Lady Cornelia returning even though I, the Saintess, am already here?" The Prime Minister replied, "The Saintess and the fiancé in waiting are two different things." The next day, the Prime Minister asked, "I have been waiting for you, and who are these unfamiliar faces?" Cornelia replied, "I brought them here for protection. After all, there was that incident that occurred last time. I am scared around people that I don't know." The Prime Minister said, "I see. This time you will be much closer to us. I have had a room prepared for you in the castle." Next scene, Anna spoke, "We made it here safely." Cornelia replied, "I was so scared. Please do everything you possibly can to keep your identity revealed. If you are caught, I will tell them that I know nothing." Anna said, "Of course, You put yourself at risk bringing us all the way here. Thank you, lady. You are such a kind and brave soul. After that, Cornelia said, we must do something about the saintess. Anna replied, when Lord lost his memory, I believe it was due to that strange dagger. Miss Elena was a saintess. She can only use holy magic. That's why there must be some secret to that dagger. Louise spoke. There is also a man in a hood who has been assisting the saintess. As of now, there is danger around every corner. However, no matter what happens, rather than His Majesty, I will protect you until the end. Anna stated, please promise me one thing, that you will choose the path in which you won't have to sacrifice yourself. I will make sure everyone comes out of this safely, and we will get Mary and Lord both back. After some time, Cornelia introduced herself. The king stated, show me your face. Like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.